No, first turn to the right.
I focus on what's happening underfoot. So the amount of pressure I'm putting into each turn, where that pressure is located,
Medium, 2-1, medium, 2-5.
the sensation of my legs against the front of the boot, how steep the slope is, which way I'm orientated on it, how fast I'm going.
Go, go, go.
Thomas can't see,
Medium, 2-1.
and yet he skis up to 100 kilometres per hour.
Lovely, keep going. And curve.
His life is in the hands of the verbal cues of his guide.
And stop there.
I love skiing so much. It just offers me a sense of freedom that's just frankly really hard to find when you're blind. I can't drive, I can't run independently. Sure, I can grab my cane and go for a walk, but with skiing, if I'm given an open run, I can ski myself down, or I can do it with a guide giving me verbal commands, and I'm still doing all of the movements myself, and it's just a really exhilarating experience. John and I have been living together in Colorado for 2.5 months now. Yeah, we've just been living together and training full time.
John is Thomas's skiing guide, his eyes on and off the slopes.
My immediate goal is to train as hard as we can, get a really good synergy together, and get ready for hopefully our first World Cup coming up at the end of the year. The more long-term goal is the 2030 Winter Paralympics in France. That's the main goal.
Thomas, in front of you.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Breakfast is a bit messy, so I probably prefer if you don't film me eat. What I'm trying to do is follow the snow as much as possible. So when it's winter, down on the South Island for the entire duration, and when it's summer, try to spend as much time as I can overseas, budget allowing. I have a disease called retinitis pigmentosa. It affects the retina and the light receptors. All I can just see now is very vague sources of light. There's no real detail anymore. I can't see fingers, I can't see any detail other than light.
Yeah. Where's my can going?
My guide, they're an athlete. They have to meet all the same metrics that I do. You know, they need to be drug tested, they need to be on all the same equipment.
Good morning.
Because at the end of the day, if I get a medal, they get a medal. If I get any kind of recognition, so do they. We both have a lot of things that we need to do together that make us a really strong team.
All right, these are the big boys. Oh, the big boy skis. Thomas, hold those.
Thomas is aiming for a Paralympic qualification this season. Skiers in his division remove any doubt by covering their eyes to race.
Thomas doesn't want to just win a medal. He wants to lift the bar. He isn't going to be side-slipping around to do the turns. He wants to be, as an able-bodied skier is, totally on edge, carving down the run. He has the ability, he can do it.
But with high speed and total blindness comes risk.
Currently, it's been weighing upon me just how fast to allow him to go. It really happens very fast that suddenly, you know, you're in the fence.
2 on edge. 2 on edge. 2 on edge. 2 on edge.
There's a lot of trust on both parts. If either of those are misaligned, then that could be me being injured or, worst case scenario, even killed.
If we were going full speed, we'd be going well over 15 metres a second. The implications can be catastrophic. And every time I go down a run with Thomas, it does weigh upon me.
2 on edge.
Well,
Yeah, all good. That was good. Did a couple of nice turns in.
getting on the lift, my guide John, he'll use clock face directions to, guide me When I get to the top, I can hear when, we're approaching due to the sound of the bull wheel. And I could honestly probably count down myself, but John will again count down 3, 2, 1, and I'll stand up on 1. And he'll take my pole and we'll get out of the way.
So when we do it on cat tracks, I generally hold Thomas's pole because a little lapse of concentration could be catastrophic. Could be rocks if we're in New Zealand, or it could be trees if we're in North America. And when we're skiing together, we want to get as many runs in as possible. So when I hold his pole, we can rip down the cat track and get to the run and get more runs in and have fun.
John skis behind and guides Thomas through a Bluetooth microphone.
Go, 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 go. Lovely, keep going. And curve.
Every turn I make, there's that thing in the back of my mind of like, am I about to get hurt?
Go, go, go. And stop there.
Yeah, I'm pretty blind, but I'm not the blindest on the mountain. Yeah, it's not uncommon for me to just get walloped.
2, 1, edge. Go, go, go. 2, 1, edge. 2, 1, edge. 2, 1, edge. Go, 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 go. Oh, Christ! That was on film. That guy could have really taken you out big time. Yeah. Luckily he only glanced you, but I mean, he was hiking. He knew he was in the wrong, but that doesn't help matter if you've got a broken leg.
It can rattle me, but I try not to let it get me down because at the end of the day, it is out of my control.
2, 1, edge.
I have had the unfortunate experience of seeing Thomas flip over a gate and hit trees and being injured. For a few seconds, I didn't know if he was still with us. And that's something that I just don't want to feel again.
Yeah, I'm always very on edge if I hear another skier because I'm thinking, is this person going to cut me off? Are they giving me enough space? If I hear somebody skiing, I get very nervous. That's definitely one good thing I like about being on a race course is, well, the only other skier is my guide, and if I can hear their skis, sensational, I'm right on their tail. I've always loved motion and movement, and it's a way to recapture that. Yeah, I could have a bad crash, but I could also have a sensational run. So those are risks I'm willing to roll with.
In races, the guide must ski in front, so along with the headset, John blasts music from a speaker in his backpack.
When we are doing race training, I follow music coming through the speaker. It gives me a point of reference of, okay, he's ahead of me, he's told me to turn, I can hear the music over there, I'm going to turn that way. So yeah, that's how we navigate the race course.
Thomas Coysh has the ability to really raise the level of what's possible with total blind skiing. He's got it. He's got it.
In 2025, Thomas took a bronze in his first international competition. But at the end of the Colorado ski season, Thomas has a new challenge. He's out of money and no longer has a ski guide.
So at the moment, I'm just trying to confirm what's happening in terms of training and sorting out a sponsorship deal.
Thomas is working, saving, and staying with friends.
In the beginning, I didn't clock on very quickly to my vision loss. So when I was about 6, I noticed, I looked under a coffee table and was like, there's some flashing lights there. That's strange. But being 6, I just assumed everyone saw flashing lights.
After being diagnosed at 11, Thomas's eyesight continued to deteriorate.
Even at that point, I still didn't kind of grasp it. At 18, I went meeting with my ophthalmologist, and she mentioned like, oh, like blah, 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 blindness. And it was at that point, I was like, hold on. I knew I had a worsening eye condition. I didn't know it meant blindness. I didn't know that was the final destination. So on the last day of November, like I had woken up at 4 a.m. because it was a really early morning flight, and I looked at my phone, I couldn't see it, and I just assumed, well, I haven't had much sleep, so I'm assuming that's why. But throughout the course of the flight, my vision just stayed super poor, but yeah, when I landed, my vision just never came back. I was just very lost. It was pretty hard to take. I ended up withdrawing from uni for the rest of that semester just to focus on my mental health. Just sort of took that time to come to grips and figure out what I wanted to do.
When are you going to South Island, actually, though?
It was supposed to be today, but I'm here with you instead. I have 3 older sisters, and unfortunately, 3 out of 4 ended up getting this condition.
It was really hard having my own diagnosis, but then I found it even harder knowing that my younger siblings were going to have to go through the same thing. I kind of felt this responsibility to kind of lead by example and say what my aims were and achieve those and show them that things were possible. I'm making Grandma's Apfelstrudel.
Apfelstrudel? Having an older sister with the condition was really helpful for me. I could sort of see where I was heading.
How's your German going?
No, it's going well. I've actually, clocked Duolingo. Yeah, a couple of weeks ago I finished all of the German lessons, so I'm be happy to have some conversation if you want to talk to me, that is.
Well, it depends on your behaviour. I'm a research fellow at the University of Auckland, and we are developing gene therapies for retinitis pigmentosa or inherited retinal diseases. At the moment, we're doing that for 2 mutations, including the mutation that causes the vision loss in our family.
My family has always been super supportive. When my sister wanted to go to university, my dad really fought to get her in. When it came to my skiing and stuff, my family was right there behind me to really embolden me.
I remember he was about 5 years old, and we took the children to Snow Planet, and we said to him, now, you just go up on the ski lift just a little bit and then ski down. But would he take any notice? No. He went all the way up the top. We were absolutely terrified.
My first time on the snow, I was only 4 years old. My parents lied because technically you had to be 6 to go into the lessons at the time. And so they're like, yeah, he's 6. I was just shooting off down the hill. I don't know why. I was always very outgoing, very cheeky, trying my luck, pushing the boundaries.
You can say that again.
It was difficult, 3 kids with the same condition, but we just, thought, well, what do we do to make their lives better? And we just went down that path. And I had an amazing wife who really ran the show.
The family was struck by tragedy 4 years ago when they lost their mum.
At the time that I lost my mother, it was a really sentimental and pivotal time. The week after my 22nd birthday, we just had this conversation about how much we both loved sailing, and I had no idea that she sailed when she was younger, so it was a huge revelation to me. And 1 week later, she's gone, but I knew that I had her backing behind me. I was given the opportunity to do an outward bound course that was designed for people with vision impairments. That made me realise, well, okay, I can't see, but why does it have to stop me from doing anything else? From that point, my perspective changed. It's not about what I can't do, it's what can I do and how can I excel at it. It was sort of in her memory that I'm so passionate and headstrong about achieving these goals. Hey, how's it going?
Welcome to the helm.
Thank you, it's good to be back.
Yeah.
Thomas went on to sail across the Atlantic Ocean from Spain to Antigua.
Being back on board, sitting in the sun, feeling the rocking of the ship in the water, just makes me think, like, it's really hard having to sacrifice things I love, such as sailing, in order to pursue my goals. But, you know, I've got greater ambitions with my skiing, and that's just, you know, the choices I have to make.
So where's your main place that you normally ski at? Is it Colorado, or depends on the season?
It's varied. So I've really got my mind set on getting into World Cups, getting into Paralympics with my skiing journey, and that involves sacrifice. Every dollar I earn goes directly back into skiing.
To self-fund his Paralympic goals, Thomas works as a coordinator for an international sports organisation.
One of the things that Achilles does is they help provide guides for, you know, people with vision impairments or other disabilities to get into running or walking or wheeling. We don't care what you're doing as long as you're going forward. Achilles was the first disability organisation that I ever did anything with, and that was such a big pivotal part for me. And seeing, wow, there are all these blind people running around, there's people in wheelchairs absolutely flying. And so to be able to give back to that with my work, I couldn't ask for a better job.
Thomas has saved enough to travel to the mountain for the New Zealand ski season.
I've been bouncing between friends for about a month now, just biding my time till I can get back on the snow.
And he's met a new guide. It's not unusual for blind skiers to work with several guides over their careers, but finding the right match isn't easy. Luckily, Thomas had a history with Christchurch local William Sherritt.
Will actually came over with John and I as a backup guide. We really hit it off, and yeah, I believe that together we're going to make a really strong pairing. Do you reckon go for slaloms?
Just in the back here, you've got another pair of Dynastar slaloms, the ones you had in Colorado.
I reckon the slaloms have a bit more manoeuvrability.
He is indeed blind.
Coming out.
I tested the theory. I threw a snowboard at him within the first few hours of meeting him, just to, you know, check he was 100% truthful with me.
Slight to your left.
When I first met Thomas, I was quite impressed with how little I noticed that he was impaired.
Take a couple more steps backwards there, Thomas.
Mum and Dad sacrificed quite a lot for me to go up the mountain and learn how to ski.
Thank you, sir.
I feel like I'm paying it back. I really enjoy being on the mountain, and it's made, you know, 10 times better by being able to help Thomas, you know, push him to that next level.
Thomas hopes to win at a World Cup and unlock high-performance funding. Till then, the team are working on a new venture.
What we're currently looking at is starting a clothing line that would support athletes with disabilities.
I'm just going to get the wholesale.
So the clothing line is called Allegedly Impaired, and it goes to show that I do have an impairment, but what does it actually do to stop me? Like, I'm more active than, you know, most of my friends. I reckon start off with hoodies and long sleeves, and then yeah, go for a centre-mounted design.
Yeah, embroidery on the middle of the chest.
Because it's like an accessible, adaptive brand, the logo is going to be in Braille, so it's not going to be text, it's just going to be Allegedly Impaired written in Braille, so it'll be textural, you can feel it, and yeah, you can own it.
Because I had to be the one to find out if it looked any good in Braille. Didn't I?
You and your fancy working eyes.
My fancy working eyes, yeah.
I'm skiing with Will today, and he's currently just out there scoping out the mountain.
Pretty lucky, we got some fresh snow recently. The light's picking up a little bit. Not that it matters to Thomas, but I like to see where I'm going when I'm trying to guide him around.
What I love about Mountain Hut is that it's not too busy, so there's not many things that can run into me, and there's not many things that I can run into So I just feel really safe here.
Not a good place to sit.
You get a very close bond with your guide. You need to be honest, you need to be open, you need to look out for each other.
Can you hear me all right?
Yep, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, beautiful.
How do you want to do it? Side by side? Absolutely your pick.
Go side by side, methinks.
A new mountain and a new guide. Thomas takes it carefully.
Keeping it nice and slow, okay? You feel the ice.
It feels terrifying to guide. It's absolutely terrifying. I've got my life that I'm responsible for, and then I'm also trying to keep whoever I'm guiding safe and out of the way of all of the million people who are hurtling down the mountain towards us.
2, 1, turn.
When I got handed the reins to guide Thomas just myself, it becomes quite daunting, but no less it's a good challenge, and I appreciate his trust in me to take him.
Like I can ski with someone for several days before we're truly at a point where I'm fully committed to just tipping my skis over and blindly following, so to speak.
Standing up in 3, 2, 1. Going to your left. Faster than me.
I want to push Thomas and help him ski better, but to do that we're having to put another level of risk to the skiing. This is terrifying, eh?
There's plenty of people out, but sadly Thomas can't see them coming, and they seem to not see him, and you know, we've got to play a little game of dodgems. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Keep it going. Yeah, solid 2 months of training ahead, and then looking to the end of the year we'll be going back to Colorado.
The long-term goal is to get to World Cup and Paralympic events. With the Paralympics, it would be sweet if we could get to Milano 2026, but more likely would be France in 2030. That's our main goal.
2, 1.